What up? What up? What up? What up? What up, peoples? It's your boy Mick. It's your boy Vick. Back once again. South Florida Ave, episode 3. Give it up for them boys.
Let's go! Vic, we back. Back for another episode. I'm so excited to be back with you, Vic. How you feeling, man?
Like we excited today. Some okay, you see it. I'm doing good, bro. How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm feeling real good, man. We on one right now. You see I'm rocking out the paraphernalia. You know what I'm saying?
I see.
We representing today. So
I see you in full
yeah, I'm feeling real good.
represent mode. Okay, I see you. I see you.
You
and
too.
Like, hey,
you too.
I feel you today. You know what I mean?
Hey,
I'm feeling a little good too. You know,
I like it.
Yep.
I see.
And like I said, bro,
Humble.
we gotta let them know, just for the record. Like, you see it. Hey, you know, whatever y'all want to do.
Stay humble.
Where's that? So
Saint.
It's over here.
He a saint. He humble. Stay humble. Stay humble. Saint.
Get yours. Get yours.
Yes.
Hey, but we gotta let them know though. See, when they watch this, they don't understand that we did not plan this. We did not plan
Facts.
Gator garb today. We did not plan Saint garb today. But with that being said, I mean, it's a good day to be excited, right? It's some good football we just caught this weekend.
It is. I honestly, Vic, this is not the sole purpose of the show, but we could be honest and say that a true catalyst of the show is football. So we're super excited that football is back. We're happy to be talking football with you guys, and we're gonna jump right into it. We had some good stuff going last weekend. We got some exciting stuff happening this weekend, and we're ready to talk about it. So, what you want to start with? You want to start with Panthers, Saints?
Let's talk about it.
Or you want to start with Browns? And let's talk about it. What you want to talk about? What you want to say about your Saints? What you want to let us know?
I mean, let's go right where all the season left. Let's jump into Monday Night Football. That's where we just caught it last night. Let's talk about Saints were in attendance last night. So once again we represented, caught another W. We'll take that. Hey, bro, I mean, I gotta say it this week, right? Last week you said you was excited about the Saints. Last week I said I was excited about the Bucs. Yeah, we definitely switching it up today. Got to go ahead and get my feedback on them. Yeah, we 2-0 right now. Yeah, we 2-0. All right. But I still ain't really excited yet, bro. Our defense looks great. I never doubted that though, one bit. I'm concerned. I don't know about this. I'm not buying this Derek Carr thing just yet, bro. But I never have been. You knew that out of all people before we ever recorded an episode. You know I wasn't really bought into this Derek Carr guy, bro. And last night was a perfect example of that because, you know, I can't remember the last time I fell asleep on the Saints game, man. But last night was that night. So I don't know how I feel about that. Well, actually, I do know, bro, and I'm not excited about it.
That's saying a lot, honestly. Like, and I hear where you're coming from with this, right? I mean, you are 2-0. First of all, let's get this out the gate. 2-0 is 2-0. This is not college. So a 2-0 in the NFL is a big deal because we know historically what it means for teams that start 2-0 versus teams that start 0-2, the chances of making the playoffs. And the NFL is all about making the playoffs. It's all about getting to the Super Bowl. If you're not doing these things, then you're wasting your time. So it's really important. And it's worth noting that you are 2-0. That being said, Derek Carr is your quarterback. And I think you guys are going to struggle in games because Derek Carr is your quarterback. So what's going to happen is I think most games are going to be, if not all games, are going to be competitive. It's just that you're not going to know what you're going to get week to week. You're not going to blow anybody out. You're never going to have a Sunday where you're sitting there and you're like, oh, I can just turn the channel because we got this game. That ain't going to never happen for you. But it's not going to happen for my team either, if it makes you feel better. But that is the world you're living in. But we still have to admit that Derek Carr is 2-0 on the season. He's hit some key plays when he needed to hit key plays, and they're 2-0. But it sounds like you're just waiting for the shoe to drop. It's what it sounds like to me, Vic. Is it fair to say you're waiting for the shoe to drop? What happened?
I mean, I hate the Buccaneers. We're not the Bucs. We didn't get a Super Bowl 3, 4, 5 years ago, man. 3 years ago. We ain't had a Super Bowl in about 10, 11 years already. So we should not be in Derek Carr wait and see mode. We should be ready now mode. Our defense is, but however, bro, I just say this and then we're gonna move on. You know, should be back with us, and that's that piece missing. And it's kind of hard to say that we're functioning at capacity without Alvin Kamara. I will say this too, since we're talking about Alvin Kamara. Got to shout out my boy Danny Tavares, who had a comment for us last week when we were talking about best running backs in the league, right? So obviously, my boy's right there at the top between number 1 and 2. But he had an argument which kind of maybe dethrone either King Henry or dethrone my boy Kamara. He said the best running back is out there in the Bay, bro. The best running back is out there in the Bay. We might have been sleeping on him. Christian McCaffrey, could he be out there?
He's definitely top 5. Top 5. Christian McCaffrey is top 5 running back. I agree, but I don't think he's better than Henry. I definitely know that.
King Henry or Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, I wouldn't put him in front of Alvin Kamara either. I wouldn't. So King Henry, Alvin Kamara. I would put Alvin Jones.
Hey, no. Don't try me. Not today. You can't try me today. You can try me another day.
How? What are you talking about?
Who?
I said I would put even Alvin Jones on that list.
A
healthy Alvin Jones. No, I was saying I would put a healthy Alvin Jones as far as good running backs, best running backs. Healthy Alvin Jones, a healthy Saquon Barkley. I would put him on the list, you know. So you got a handful of running backs. When healthy, they can be really, really good. They can produce really, really well. So, but Christian McCaffrey does deserve to be on that list. I agree.
All right. Well,
all right.
Respect.
So can we talk
Christian
about
McCaffrey? We see you, Danny. Go ahead.
Yeah,
yes, we can. What we talking about?
Talking about my Bucs, man. You talking about your Saints? I'm talking about my Bucs. We're 2-0, baby. Yeah, we beat Chicago Bears. Yeah, I understand. You know, and it wasn't. You know, we did what we needed to do. You know,
saw it coming.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, everyone did. It's not like I'm taking a flyer, but I got to big up my team. We are 2-0. A lot of people did say at the beginning of the year that they saw us being 2-0 at this time, though. They would say that. So shout out to the whole Tampa Bay organization. Shout out to Baker Mayfield for being Baker. Shout out for the defense playing lights out. And, you know, that's all I really need to say about that. I'm happy about what we're doing. I want to see it progress and go on. I do want to briefly, if we can, talk about Chicago. I just feel like we need to talk about Chicago just for a second. Because, Vic, if I'm a Chicago Bears fan, I'm not very happy right now. I mean, how many years do we have to do this where we're acting like we're doing an experiment? Bro, are you optimistic? I would love to hear from any Chicago Bears fans telling me why you're optimistic about this team. There's no difference than the last year's team. And last year's team was terrible. And you got a receiver now to throw to. So, you know, Moore made some catches against the Bucs like I knew he would. But again, if you're the Chicago Bears, if you're a Chicago Bears fan, you got to be miserable with this team. What are we doing? Fields doesn't look like he's the guy. We ain't got no receivers. We ain't got no running backs. We ain't got no defense to speak of. What are we doing? I don't know, man. It looks bad. And that's from me on the outside looking in. And I'm a Bucs fan, you know. So I was happy that we got that train wreck on Sunday, but I wouldn't be happy about
Somebody go ahead and tag our boy Des Clark on this. We'll see if we can get him in here and get his feedback on it. I mean, no better opinion to get a Bear opinion than an ex-Bear, right? Bear. So we can see if maybe we could get Des in here and get his feedback on it. But I can tell you what, we played with this cat. I know he can't be too happy with it either, and he can't be too optimistic about it. I don't know, man. You know, Justin Fields, again, bro, I feel like, I don't know, man. We'll take him over here in New Orleans, bro. Like, I feel like
wow,
but I don't know. Maybe it's play calling. I'm capping.
Let me make sure. I don't know what you're doing. I just want to make sure I'm clarifying. Are you trying to tell me you would take Justin Fields over Derek Carr? Is that what you just said?
Can I toss
I
that?
just want to make sure I get it. Hey, if that's what you want to, hey, you toss it. You toss what you want to toss. I want to make sure I'm getting it right. That's all. You're saying Justin Fields over Derek Carr. That's what you're saying. Yes.
I'm pulling my pen today. I'm pulling my pen. That's an early toss of the grenade. Yeah, bro. I'll take Justin Fields. Take Derek Carr. Let's switch him up right now. I'll take what I take with it, man. I'll take my chances. Yeah. I don't like what I feel like my defense can get behind it. I'll tell you what it looked like.
That's what's up.
W's.
Okay. Wow.
Multiple.
Wow. So Justin Fields gets Justin
New
Fields, New Orleans, and he's scrambling and he's chucking the ball downfield, and all of a sudden he's accurate.
You heard it here first. New Orleans fans, get behind me on this. Let's paint a picture real quick. So we get rid of an aging Derek Carr. We bring in a relatively mobile, young quarterback that we can build on. He's not necessarily making too many mistakes like the last quarterback we had. We don't even talk about that name, Jameis Winston. Young team, young quarterback. I'll take him. I think we can get behind that. Because listen, bro, this is what I'm talking about here. Derek Carr ain't putting up many more points than Justin Fields is right now. I don't know the risk reward right now. It's I'm going with the young cat.
Derek Carr is 2-0. Justin Fields is 0-2.
See, this is the same conversation I did not want to have about the Saints this year, bro. Let's not let 2-0 deceive you. We're not playing well offensively, and we got Derek Carr, 13-year quarterback, veteran, few playoff wins, few MVP conversations, and he's got 300 yards on the season, maybe against some subpar competition.
Bro, take out the name Derek Carr, put in the name Baker Mayfield. We the same. We the same team. The Saints and Bucs. We're in the same boat here. We're both
bro, I was going
relying on veteran quarterbacks to try to take us.
I agree. We call him Baker Mayfield a veteran now. Wow, woof.
Bro, he's been in the league. How many years?
Hey, I tell you what.
Cleveland, bro?
No, I know. I'm just capping. Okay.
No, like
I'm just
he's a vet.
I tell you
he's a vet, though.
He is a vet. He's definitely a vet. I'm just going on record and let everybody know the same conversation we've been having before. But like I told you, even so, if you wanted to switch quarterbacks, I'll be willing to do that too. I'll take my chances with Baker Mayfield, bro. I don't.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm good. You're right.
He's not.
No. No. See, you trying to rightfully so. You kind of called me out on that because this is something we talked about before the season started. So before we even did what we're doing now, we had this conversation, and I told you then that Derek Carr was the last one on my list. I told you that then. So I hear what you're saying. I'm trying to big him up. You like, well, give me Baker. No.
Yeah.
I want no. I'm good with my quarterback, bro. You keep your quarterback. I'm gonna keep my quarterback. We're gonna see what happens. No, I'm good on that. You're right. I don't want no part of that car. I'm good. Thank you.
On to other teams in the league. Let's keep it moving.
Yes.
So last week, we got to talk about a couple teams that we're still talking about this week. The Eagles Vikings played this week, and I think you went on record saying that Kirk Cousins was going to do some of this, Kirk Cousins was going to do some of that, and then Kirk Cousins was going to still come up with another L. And I guess you told us so on that one, huh?
You want to talk about fantasy? Man, Kirk Cousins is your dude. My man's going to get you 300 yards passing. He's going to get you 1 or 2 touchdowns, and he's probably going to lose the game, bro. Kirk Cousins. It's the Kirk Cousins formula, my dude. He's going to put up big numbers. You're probably not going to win the game, though. Poor Justin Jefferson. He's getting his numbers, though. But, man, what a game, though. Eagles, Vikings. Again, what a game, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, the Eagles were the Eagles. They were who we thought they were. The Vikings, they were who we thought they were. And hey, man, we've seen this story before. We know the game. The problem with Justin Jefferson is he knows he's good enough to not just get numbers now. Justin Jefferson wants to win. I could tell after week 1 sitting on the bench. He knew they shouldn't have lost that game, and he's too good to be losing these type of games. So don't be surprised if Justin Jefferson ends up on another team before the end of the year, whether he requests a trade or the Vikings just recognize he's not happy and that he's got a lot of value and that they can get a lot for him, and they just go ahead and release him while they still got a chance to do it before he gets hurt or something crazy like that. He might not make it through the year, man, because he catching on everybody, but they ain't winning. I wouldn't be too happy either if I was a monster like that.
Yeah, you can't be happy with losing, that's for sure. But you're thinking that they would trade Justin Jefferson before they got rid of Kirk Cousins?
I mean, yeah, bro. So they got so first of all, two reasons. They got so much money wrapped up in Kirk Cousins, they got a problem. The second problem is that nobody wants that money on their team, and nobody wants Kirk Cousins, bro. Unless he's gonna be a backup for somebody. Who he's starting for right now? The Giants, maybe. But that's about as far as you're gonna get it. They made a mistake. They gave him a lot of money. They kept him in Minnesota, and like Derek Carr, he's been so subpar that you just can't stop talking about him. But he ain't good enough to win, so he's in that freaking wormhole of subpar quarterbacks like Ryan Tannehill. But we're not going to talk about that. We're going to keep it moving and talk about your Cincinnati Bengals. I know that's not your Cincinnati Bengals. That's definitely not your Cincinnati Bengals.
I'm about to say, wait a minute.
But I want your opinion.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me how you feel about these Cincinnati Bengals right now, because I feel like I got a told you so brewing on this team.
Listen, yeah, you I think you do have a told you so on this team, because I know I'm not alone going into the year thinking that Joe Burrow would just continue to do what he's doing. Clearly that's not been the case. Now Joe Burrow has an ankle issue that he's dealing with, so apparently he's not healthy. And if you remember, or if you don't know, Joe Healthy didn't really practice at all during the preseason. He didn't play, I should say, during the preseason. And a lot of people are saying now that this is catching up with him not playing in the preseason. This is kind of like game one and game two is his preseason. But now he's injured. So it's like you can't even catch up, So listen, being down 0-2, that ain't cute. Ain't nothing cute about that. The Broncos will attest and the Chargers will attest. There's nothing cute about being down 0-2. So you got to bounce back quick. And with the Bengals being in a division that just saw the Steelers beat the Browns last night, and the Ravens being the Ravens doing what they're doing, yeah, the Bengals need to wake up if they plan on doing what they had to do, what they did last year, which is make the playoffs. So I don't know. I'm afraid. If I'm Bengals, I'm scared. I'm really scared right now from the Bengals.
Gave them all that money. Don't want to play in the preseason. Smoking too many cigars. Here we go, Joe Burrow. Bengals fans, where y'all at? I mean, y'all kind of reminded me of a typical Florida State team right now. But we ain't going to talk about that just yet. We'll talk about that in a minute. So, speaking of, let's go ahead and move on to college football. Because speaking of typical Florida, hold on, bro. Speaking of typical Florida State almost looked like typical Florida State last week. Boston College almost got up in them and ruined everything for everybody for the rest of the season.
Listen, it was an inspiring game. Boston College was motivated because they had their the special uniforms that they dedicated to a former Boston College player who passed away in 9/11. So salute to him. So they had on the bandana uniforms. They were clashing a little bit because Florida State decided to wear white during the game. So I don't know why they were all, it was almost clashing. There was no garnet and gold on the field. Both teams are in garnet and gold. Both teams were not wearing garnet and gold. It's kind of weird. But yeah, it was inspired football by Boston College. Victor, Boston College's quarterback, from what I understand, this is only his second start. He put it on Florida State. He had these boys going every which way but loose. He was doing his thing. So Boston College has a lot to be excited about. But yeah, it's one of those games. I think most teams on the way to a national championship have one or two games like this. And maybe this could be the catalyst for Florida State to right whatever problems they are having. Because outside of last week, you would think from top to bottom on the roster's ready to go. I mean, if I remember correctly, I put them in my top 4. I did. So
we both
did.
Did.
Yeah. So like you expect Florida State to be there. The road is it's not that difficult. They just have to travel through the ACC, and they should be good to go. So, but yeah, Boston College, man, kudos to Boston College. You put it on them last week. What an exciting game. But Vic, that wasn't the only exciting game last week. It was so many good games last week. You had Florida State almost losing. You had Alabama coming down to Tampa,
almost
to play
losing.
the University of South Florida Bulls, and almost lost.
Almost losing.
Anything you want to say about Miami? Not Miami, but anything you want to say about Alabama and what's going on with Nick Saban? And is this a tale of what's happening?
Well,
is this just a new? What do you think?
Well, bro, I'll tell you what I think. I told you so. When it came to Alabama, I told you they didn't have no quarterback. And fortunately, Nick Saban made me proud. Nick Saban let me know that there's still some hope left when it comes to good coaches in college football. It really gave me some Steve Spurrier warm and fuzzies because Nick Saban said, you know what, I am not okay with subpar quarterback play. And I need to see what the next guy got. We ain't got time for this. Whether it's in game and it's possession by possession, we gonna find out.
So you said
we gonna find out possession by possession who wants to play.
So you're saying he gave you Spurrier vibes because he kept putting quarterbacks in and out of the game? That's Vic,
yeah, bro.
They say if you got
hey man, you know how it was.
You ain't got no quarterbacks. So
did you have none? I don't believe that.
Wow.
Because realistically, if UF would have played by that same Steve Spurrier code, they might have pulled out a win against Utah by just putting somebody in there and see if he could get a spark. All we needed is an extra touchdown or two, bro, and it would have made the difference in the game. But guess what? Let's not go too far. I would love to see Boston College's quarterback in the transfer portal going to UF next year. What about that? I mean, the dude looks good.
He looks good.
Man. And by the way, I didn't really, when I turned on the game last week for FSU, to be honest with you, I watched about half a possession. I didn't know which team was FSU, and I didn't know which team was Boston College, and I'm being serious. Their uniforms didn't help me, so I thought FSU had the ball, and it was Boston College out there catching balls, like looking and jumping up with swag. Quarterback moving around like, oh, you can't touch me, can't touch this. Shout out to primetime. You can't touch this. He was like doing it, so I didn't know who was who, but Boston College got that stick. Their quarterback has that stick. Alabama has none. Nick Saban ain't having it. He don't know who he's going to go with, even though they know they're going to start their original starter now, right?
The original guy.
Going back to him this week. I just saw that on the internet.
Which is what I told you. Which is what I told you.
They have no quarterback.
Right.
You did say that.
Basically, though, you have no quarterback. Say that.
But that just means, ultimately, full circle, they have no quarterback, bro. You said, is Alabama in trouble?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Alabama's in trouble. We already know that. First of all, no, Alabama's not in trouble no more. Alabama is not a part of the conversation anymore, so they're not in trouble. They can lose as many games as they want to this year because they ain't going to the NCAA Final Four, or whatever you want to call it. They're not going to be there. They're going to catch another L somewhere along the line. Now, we can talk about Alabama. Moving on. USC is taking a spot.
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad you corrected yourself from the first week.
Bro, I did, but I got a challenge and a question for you. Is USC taking a spot, or are the Colorado Buffaloes taking a spot?
Well, if you're trying to, you'll be able to answer that question in about 2 weeks, to be factual, because they play USC in 2 weeks. But this week, they play Oregon. Before we talk about next week, can we talk about my Gators real quick? Can we do that? Let's do that. First of all, let me say, you see the nail you. You see what we doing today. We ain't playing around with it. We got the nail you on here. First of all, this is from my boy Bernard. Bernard made this. He's you can find Bernard at Above All Dreams. He is on Instagram, and he made this for the Black Alumni Association weekend that's coming up in October. So if you're going to be at the Black Alumni Reunion in October, you can buy these glow in the dark so they shine in the
Ooh,
dark.
I gotta get one of
Super
them.
dope. Yeah, they're super dope, and he got them pimped out with the chains on and everything. So shout out to Bernard. But
Hey,
back to
Bernard,
the
I'm gonna
Gators.
need one of them, bro. I'm hitting
Yeah,
you up immediately.
I got you, Vic. I got you. Should have got one. Should have got one from him. But
Shout out,
go ahead,
Bernard. Hey, but at the same time, hey, for anybody who watching who ain't gonna be at the Black Alumni Association meet, y'all can get y'all's one too now.
Yeah, go to
it's
Above All
available for
Dreams.
everybody.
Go to Above All Dreams right now on Instagram, and you can hit Bernard up right now on Above All Dreams. You can get them to you. But yeah, Gators, Tennessee. Wow, what a game! We came out smoking. Man, I'm just so excited. Victor, honestly, let me be honest. Let me be clear. The only thing we can move on this real quickly. Of course, I'm happy about the game. I'm excited about the way the team played. But there's really only one thing to talk about when it comes to the microcosm of the game, and that was the defense. Vic, the defense from last year to this year, Victor.
Yeah.
Bro. All right, now listen, I'm here for the we can joke all we want about the offense because I'm right there with you about it. I still think the offense is methodical. I think it's boring. I think it's vanilla. I think it's unimaginative is the word I like to use. It's unimaginative. We just so happen to be really good at running back. So that kind of is the saving grace. But bro, the defense though. Our new defensive coordinator's name is Austin Armstrong. And he won't be there. He won't be there too much longer.
That's Never mind. Taking that shout out back, Armstrong.
No, it won't be his no fault of his own.
Oh,
no, but bro,
I got you. He out. He going to somewhere else. Shout out Armstrong. Okay, we talk about good defense today. All right.
Yeah, they're not gonna let us stay.
All right, Mr. Armstrong. Congratulations, bro.
Yeah, he balling.
Hey, man.
Balling, bro.
Okay.
Young,
I would try to say that that would be a great thing.
What would be a great thing, bro?
UM probably gonna take him to something like.
That would be.
It would be a great thing. Unfortunately, it would be a great thing if the offense could balance that out and highlight them even more. But hopefully that won't get overshadowed because of the offensive woes, man. And
right.
We'll see. All I can tell you is this, bro. And we said this in episode 1, so I'm gonna keep my tradition going. I didn't go to UL, so I could say this with love, but with righteous indignation as well. Man, all you had to do is be prepared for Utah. Y'all could be ranked right now. No, you want to mess around with Utah, then you want to go beat the number 11 team in the nation who had a lot more stick. Like, they athletes are just better athletes. I'm sorry, no shade, Utah, but we talk about the University of Tennessee. They don't recruit no chump change over there, and the Gators just beat them convincingly. Why you can't do that in week 1?
I just don't think they were ready to play. If you want my opinion, I don't think they were ready to play week 1. Again, you're asking a lot. You got a second-year coach. You got a coordinator. His first time coaching the defense is away in Utah at elevation. All of this is boding against you. You're on the road, hostile environment. You got basically our whole roster is new outside of our running backs. So there's no continuity on the team. You're asking them to go to Utah in this hostile environment and beat the number 11, 10 team in the nation at the time.
14.
You're asking a lot. Number 14. Yeah.
Hey, man.
And for them to lose the way they lost, the defense didn't really get beat. We gave up a touchdown on the first play of the game. And after that, it was just methodical. You know what I mean? It's like they kind of got their feet underneath them, but by the end, it was no catching them. So, no, they just took a little while, a little time. That's it.
Yeah, well, you just shout out your boy Armstrong, and I'm not going to take nothing away from Mr. Armstrong with the statement that you just made, because realistically, game 1 ain't had nothing to do with the defense, bro. The game one that I watched had to do with piss poor offense.
I agree with that. You're right. I agree with that. The defense played well actually in game 1. Outside of that first play, they played well. So.
The Colorado Buffaloes that we about to talk about right now, we already talked about. They gave up 43 points in their first game, and ain't nobody, crapping on their defense. So I'm not gonna put it on the defense like that. They for a game 1 situation, I agree with you. They held their own. Hey man, your offense should be able to go hurry up and catch a couple people off guard for game one on defense. But your offense can't come out like that, period.
Yeah, I agree 100%. You're absolutely right. I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with you. I think you're right. There's no argument there. Got to be prepared to play. They didn't look like they were prepared to play game one. No excuse. Week one.
So the question is, who's going to be prepared to play this week?
Good question.
Let's talk some college football. Who's going to be prepared to play this week?
First of all, you got Colorado, Oregon. Do you want to put yo?
Do you think Arkansas?
We jumping to Arkansas?
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and toss this grenade. Because
wait. How we talking grenades? We even talk about the sports? Yeah, we got it. You can keep a grenade too. Okay, if it goes into what we talk about,
ahead, bro.
Go ahead. Let me not let you. Got your pen out? Toss it.
We talk about week 3 college football. Then I might be ready. Am I ready to go ahead and let my finger off of this grenade? I'm gonna go ahead and toss it out there because I think this is gonna be the week that Colorado takes their first L.
Oh,
I feel like. Hey man, don't be mad at me. I seen the shenanigans. That's what I'm gonna call them. I'm gonna call them the pregame shenanigans. I get the hype behind the Colorado State game. You know, Colorado State coach stuck his foot in his mouth. I felt like that was completely unnecessary. I felt like it was straight shade. I feel like Deion responded exactly the way I expected Deion, who I grew up watching, to respond. I think his team responded exactly the same way I thought that they responded. But the one thing I did not expect is for Colorado State's players to respond the way that they responded, because them boys came to play. And they came looking like, dang, man, Colorado State might have recruited some athletes. And them boys was not scared. So that's why I'm concerned for Colorado this week. I felt like Colorado played well. Yes, they got probably the best quarterback in the nation right now. I'll give it to Mr. Sanders. He balling. But the problem is other teams aren't scared of them right now. And if I'm Oregon, I'm used to we used to score 60 points a game. So I'm feeling like this is a track meet that I think we can win.
I hear all of that. Trust me. You should be, well, not you, but Colorado should be a little nervous going into Eugene. It's a tough place to play, man.
Away?
Yeah, it's away. It's a tough place to play, man. And you're not gonna have the juice of Lil Wayne at the pre-show and The Rock out there, and it's gonna be different. You're gonna be away. It's gonna be Oregon. It's gonna be in the evening. It's gonna be a tough place to play. So yeah, this might be it. But if Colorado was to win this game, what can anyone say to Coach?
Overachievers.
Understatement.
No doubt.
Right?
They're already overachievers, right?
They're already overachievers. If you win no more games, you've already overachieved. But if you go to Oregon and you beat Oregon.
In Oregon.
Man, this man. Yeah. Now you talk about throwing some grenades. I got a grenade for you, but I'm gonna save mine. I'm gonna save it. So yeah, Colorado, Oregon should be exciting. You're gonna go with the Ducks. I'm gonna take the Buffs. I'm gonna take Buffalo. I want to be able to come back and be like, yeah, I told you. Otherwise, yeah, cool. Oregon. All right. What else we got coming up this week? What we got?
I mean, I get it from a fan perspective. That's beautiful, but
yeah.
All right. So let's see what else we got here.
The reason we would bring up Arkansas and LSU is because Arkansas and LSU may be potentially the two best teams in the SEC West right now as we speak. Arkansas is 2-0. LSU is 1-0, or 1-1, I should say, because we know LSU lost to a very good Florida State team. But LSU looks really good. There's no reason why I don't see representative. So we're going to see what Arkansas can do with them on Saturday.
All right. Well,
I got one for you. I got
last but not least.
No.
Games of the week.
Wait, Vic, not last but not least. I got two more, bro. First of all, my first two is Alabama, Mississippi.
Alabama's gonna catch an L this weekend.
Listen, you know who the coach of Mississippi is, right? It's Lane Kiffin. No one wants to beat Nick Saban more than Lane Kiffin. It's he just wants to give it to him.
I think they're ready
he wants
this
to
year.
give him the business, and we're gonna see, because if Lane Kiffin has a chance to give it to Nick Saban, he's gonna give it to him.
Yeah.
And
you seen Ole Miss play football this year?
Yeah, they're really good. They look really good. Yeah, they played a very tough Tulane team. I saw them play Tulane. And Lane Kiffin's being Lane Kiffin, man. He's got the running backs coming out the backfield. He's got wide receivers running all over the place. And Alabama don't have a quarterback?
Alabama. L. All right, moving on. Who you got next? That's old news.
I got two more. This is West Coast, but I want to know if you are excited about Utah and UCLA.
No.
Utah undefeated. Moving on. Notre Dame, Ohio State. Who you like?
Ooh. Well, you said Notre Dame was going to go, to the Final Four. So
actually, what I told you was
you did say Ohio State too. Then
talked about this. We just said our teams. So I'm doing a Vick in week 3. What you did in week 2, because on my list can still be valid, but my teams are Notre Dame, Georgia, Florida State, and Ohio State. So there you go. So I got both these teams in the Final Four, and they play each other this year.
But hold on. Okay, all right.
Didn't know it.
All right, well,
didn't know it.
Yeah, well, we about to find out.
So that gives me a great
game, maybe, but I don't see it going.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is that gives me a do-over when it comes to my Final Four picks. Next week, after the end of this game, I'll be able to change up my Final Four pick for next week. So just let you know, just like you did. So
all right,
that's fair. Just want to be on record.
That's fair.
Just want to be on record for that. Okay, cool. And that's all I got.
But who you got though? Who winning that game?
Okay, you want me to?
Who's winning that game though? Ohio State or Notre Dame? I know you didn't pick the schedule, but I need to know who's going to catch the W.
You know what? I'm going to go out, and I'm pretty sure I think Notre Dame is playing at Ohio State. I'm pretty sure that's what's happening. As a matter of fact, yeah. So I'm going to go out on a limb. Year. I think the stars are in line. I think the running back's in place. I think the quarterback, Sam Hartman, great quarterback. I wish we would have got him. And shout out to Mertz. Shout out to Mertz, our quarterback. But we really wanted Hartman, who ended up at Notre Dame. That's who Billy Napier really, really wanted. So I just feel like this is Notre Dame's year. Everything is in order, man. They got a great defense. They got a great running back. They got wide receivers, great quarterback. I think this is the year. Notre Dame. I got Notre Dame over Ohio State.
Shouting out. Let's hold off on shouting out Mertz until he actually started doing something.
No, I'm gonna shout him out.
Moving on.
He's my quarterback, bro. He's my quarterback. I'm gonna shout him out.
All right, Mertz. Mertz, come on, man. Do something. You get
there we go. There we go.
Hey, man. Hey, Mertz. You were number 15, man. Come on now. We ain't got time for that.
Yeah, no doubt. Got to represent.
See, Gators. That's Gator love right there. At least you got your Gator love. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
All
NFL teams. Week what? Week 4 now?
Week 3. Week 3, brother. Yes, sir.
Week 3. My bad. Week 3 NFL.
What you excited about?
And,
what you excited about?
Well, we got the Giants Niners on Thursday night. I don't know if
let's talk about that. First of all, let's talk about let's talk about it because it is the first game. This is going to be out before the game. You can see this, and now you watching the game or the game has already happened. Tell me who you like. Go on the record right now. 49ers and Giants, we're getting ahead of the curve. Who wins the game and why?
I mean, there's no question, right? 49ers are going to destroy the Giants. If they've gotten destroyed by the Cowboys, the 49ers are going to maul these dudes and murder them. The only reason that they won't is because where are they playing it? In New York or in San Francisco?
I think this is in New York. I think it's 49ers at
Okay.
Giants.
To be honest with you, it really doesn't matter because
It
I
don't
feel
matter.
like the only way the 49ers are going to lose this game is because the players went out this night before and got way too turned up because they knew they were playing the Giants the next day. They have no chance. That is the only chance that they got. If I was the Giants, you might as well hire some people to go out and distract the 49ers as much as you possibly can, because that is your only way of winning the game this week. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. Okay.
I'm assuming you're going to agree with me on this one.
No, yeah, that's a layup. I mean, I like to take a flyer. I love to take a flyer on a team, but this ain't the team to take a flyer on. This ain't the team to do it. This ain't the team. You're right.
Yeah.
49ers, bro.
Yeah.
49ers all day. 49ers all day. Yeah.
However, you ask who I'm excited about. You ask who I'm excited about, though. I'll tell you who I'm excited about. The New Orleans Saints. Once again, man. We 2-0, and we got the Green Bay Packers, who look pretty good. This is a pretty good test for us this week. I need some quarterback play, but either way, I think I need the whole team to show up. This week is the only week that I'm giving Derek Carr the opportunity to not play too well and win a game, and I'll be okay.
Okay. How would you feel if Jordan Love outperformed Derek Carr?
I'm not going to feel good about it, bro, at all, because
I'll
take Jordan Love.
Okay. Dang, Derek Carr ain't getting no love. Derek Carr gets no
Who else
love.
You got? Who else can we get? Can we get somebody else too? Who are you talking about? I will take Jordan Love right now.
Jordan Love's really good. Like, all jokes aside, Jordan Love's really good, bro. Like, they lost against Atlanta in week 2, but I would take Jordan Love too. Like, Jordan Love's like a really good quarterback. Like, I think Green Bay might have been onto something when they was not worried about what Aaron was going to do.
Feel about that? If you would take Jordan Love, I liked him when he was in. Liked him when Aaron Rodgers was there.
Yeah, he's good, man.
I mean, I like him now, so he's still the same guy. And anyway,
you know what?
If we can pull that one off.
Wait, not the sidetrack, but I kind of want to sidetrack. Didn't Jordan Love come from UCLA? I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Now I want to look it up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. And the other guy that we both like from UCLA, the quarterback, is on the bench for the Browns.
Never gonna play.
Never gonna play?
Jordan Love went to Utah.
Did you? Oh, wow. I knew it was Pac-10. Huh.
Okay. And then the other quarterback out of the Pac-10 that you talk about is UCLA, the kid from UCLA, the rookie.
Yeah, the rookie. And you're saying you don't think he's going to play? The only reason why I brought it up is because did you see how bad Deshaun Watson played last night?
Do you know how much money Deshaun Watson is making?
I know. And it's guaranteed.
Hey, they're stuck with this dude.
Yikes.
And to be honest with you, bro, I'll take Deshaun Watson.
Would
Give
you?
me Deshaun Watson in New Orleans. Who else we got?
Dang, Derek Carr is not getting any love. Derek Carr is 2-0. It's like, no, throw him away. Yikes. All right, so moving on.
I think I might be more comfortable with Taysom Hill at quarterback right now. All right, let's move on, man. Next game
now. Next game. What do you have to say about the what do you have to say about Falcons and Lions?
Oh no. You're not gonna ask me. What do you have to say about the Falcons and the Lions?
Both teams.
We're getting this on record all year.
Both teams 1-1.
The Falcons are 2-0.
Are they?
Yeah.
No.
Falcons 2-0, bro.
No, man. Who the Falcons?
Falcons beat the Panthers week 1.
Holy cow. The Falcons are 2-0. That's a quiet 2-0. But wait a minute. So the Saints, the Falcons, and the Bucs are all 2-0? Huh.
The Falcons beat the Green Bay Packers.
That's right. Wait. Yeah, they beat the Green Bay Packers this week. That's right.
And they
Right.
also
And they beat the Panthers.
and your playoff bound Lions are 1-1.
They're 1-1. They're going to beat the Falcons this week, though, so it don't matter.
What you mean?
No,
Yeah,
I'm just saying they're going to beat the Falcons this week, so it ain't going to matter. The Falcons are going to lose this game. Lions are going to beat the Falcons this week.
is that your grenade of the
No,
week?
it's not a grenade. It's just fact. Falcons ain't going to
That's
win
your
this
grenade
game.
of the week?
No. Falcons are going to lose this game, though.
Hold on. Where's the
Crap.
little pin button again? Because I need to pin this one real quick.
This ain't no. Yeah, you pin it. You pin it. Falcons catching the L this week. Titans, Browns. Who you like?
Oh, well, the Titans are due.
Both teams are
they
due.
due? Didn't they win last week?
Titans.
They did win.
The Titans won last week.
Well, the Titans beat the San Diego Chargers, which they probably shouldn't have. They probably shouldn't have won that game. You know, when I say competitively, San Diego Chargers got their butts kicked at home by the Dolphins. They should have been hype enough to not catch another L. But at the same time, the Titans got their butts kicked by my Saints. So they should have been excited enough to not catch another L. And they did. But now they face the Browns with probably as much confidence as you need and ammunition that you need to be 2-1.
Well, the Browns are 1-1. So are the Titans.
I know.
Both teams are 1-1. And the Browns lost last night, and they lost Chubb, their number one running back, last night. They lost the game, and they lost their running back.
Yeah.
So this game's going to be telltale sign because you lost Chubb, and here come Derrick Henry coming at you. So we gonna see
against a Browns defense who is pretty stellar when it comes to stopping a running back if they have
usually.
So I guess it's gonna come down to your boy Ryan Tannehill, which is the only quarterback in the league that I'm not taking on the Saints right now versus Derek Carr.
Fair enough. Sorry. I don't think anybody wants Ryan Tannehill. That's fair. Fair enough.
Sorry,
fair
not
enough. Not mad about
Keep
that.
Your Tannehill.
You got Patriots, Jets. Or do you not care?
Nah. We don't care. Moving on.
Care. Bucs,
the Jets,
Eagles.
Oh gosh, bro. Their offense is looking so ridiculous.
I don't know what's happening.
I thought we were gonna end with Bucs Eagles, but
did you have one before that? You tell me. You know what I'm rolling with. So
I'm gonna let you.
You got another one?
Cap us off with that one, but I'm gonna see how biased you are when you come to your.
Well, you already know what I'm saying.
Browns. I'm sorry. Broncos, Dolphins.
Yeah. We got to talk about it, man. We got to talk about it because if at the end of the game, if the Dolphins are 3-0 and the Broncos are 0-3, I don't know what Sean Payton is going to do with Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook. Why he playing like Russell Westbrook, but Russell Wilson. What's happening?
He looks
man?
like Russell Westbrook right now.
Really serious. Like Sean Payton is an amazing coach, but you're 0-3, and they were winning against Washington. Washington came back.
Mick. I mean, listen, when I saw the Broncos highlights, because thank you, local network, for not putting that game on my TV. But when I saw the Broncos play, I saw the same Russell Wilson that I've seen for the last 3 years, throwing them 6-yard, out routes and them unimpressive back of the end zone throws. And I mean, this is a $70 million man too. But bro, I'm sorry, this dude don't look like he's worth it. We just talked about 5 different quarterbacks I'm sure the Broncos will probably put in that seat as well. But you know what? I'll take Russell Wilson in New Orleans. So that's about as far as I go. But,
golly. God, dog.
But at the same time, I'll take Russell Wilson when Russell Wilson got my coach. So maybe I don't take this dude because he's still looking like Russell Wilson. And I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. They're gonna be 0-3 this weekend.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tall task to try to get done. You know, you're already sitting behind the 8 ball, sitting at 0-2, and then to be staring down the barrel of maybe the most explosive offense in the NFL right now. Man, that's tough. Now, I do think this is on the road. I think the Dolphins are going to Denver. So that might be the saving grace. But yeah, I don't think it matters.
If it was December 31st, then it probably would matter.
It
right
might
now,
make
it
a
doesn't.
difference. Yeah, good point. Man, 0-3 Broncos to start
Bucs
the year.
Eagles.
Woo! Let's go! It's a home game.
Do you got it in you this week?
Yeah, we got it in us. Let me tell you something. It's a home game. It's at night. Advantage Bucs. And I don't want to make it sound like more than what it is, but the Eagles ain't the same team from 2 years ago. This is a different looking team. You see what they want to do, and if you can stop them from doing what they want to do and force them to throw, it's a totally different looking team. So I think we're gonna figure that out early, but and we'll see how it goes. But I think the Bucs are gonna pull this out. I do. We're looking good this year. Looking real good.
Well, if you got some corners this week, they're either going to be exposed or they're going to be heroes. All right, because between the hashes, the Bucs can potentially shut that down, and that would be nice. But they're going to get tested deep.
Oh, yeah.
And the Eagles have some wide receivers and there's some playmakers. But hey, guess what? The Bucs do as well. So guess what? It's also going to be corners. You're going to be exposed to heroes, and it's going to be Baker or Breaker, because between those two issues, that's the whole game right there. Bucs, what do you want? Mike Evans looks like Evans Mike, because he want that contract, but he don't want it with the Bucs, but he trying to get that contract. And that dude is playing like Mike Evans.
You want to show people he can stay play.
He would do that, though. I'm kind of disappointed he would do that, though. I don't have Mike Evans on way too many of my fantasy teams, and he done had way too many with Tom Brady, and he done had way too many 7 catches, 165-yard games, and then 2 catches, 23-yard games. So I'm kind of disappointed with this dude, but it's very typical of him, right? But hey, he balling out right now. So
get that money. We're gonna see, man. It's gonna be an exciting game. It is. It's gonna be a fun game. It's gonna be an exciting game. Yeah, Jalen Hurts is gonna do his thing, and we usually are exposed on the back end, so we're gonna see. But we got a brand new safety back there. We're really happy with him. He's already got 2 interceptions on the year. He's a rookie. He's playing really well, and with White
Respect.
and we gonna be all right. It's gonna be a good game. Most important thing is gonna be a good game. All right, bro. Before we wrap this thing up, man, what you got for any I told you so? As gave us I told you so's already. Now gave us a couple of them. You told us about who'd you tell us about? Let's see here. I'm trying to give you credit where credit is due. Now I'm trying to give you some credit here. Who you told us about here? You told us about these Bengals, Alabama and Cincinnati. Those are your told you so's.
Alabama quarterback.
Yeah.
I told you about Alabama's quarterback, and I told you about the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm moving on this week from the I told you so's. I'm good on that. You got any grenades you want to toss this week?
I got a grenade, but you want me to go first? I can go first.
I don't have no grenades.
I got a grenade.
I'm just pulling the tab. I'm holding my fingers on them. I got the tops pop, but I ain't got no grenades.
I got a grenade, bro. And here it is. We talked about it a little bit, but I'm going to give it to you. This Dion effect is ridiculous. And I'm about to tell you how it's going to be even more ridiculous next year. Here's my grenade. Dion ain't coaching at Colorado next year.
Oh, dang.
Okay. Out of there.
Okay.
Out of there. One and done.
Like the college kids.
Like the college kids. You know where he's going to go?
No, bro. Tell me where he going.
Alma mater. Where did Dion go to school?
FSU?
FSU.
Hold on. FSU got a coach right now.
I know they do. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it is crazy.
So what's going to happen, right? This is what I think. I think the FSU is going to make the playoffs, but not win the national championship. When they lose in the playoffs, they're going to fire Mike Norvell and hire Deion Sanders. Now, if the Gators are if the Gators are not over 500 at the end of the year, the Gators will proceed to fire Billy Napier and hire Mike Norvell to come and coach against the rival school that just fired him. Bomb effect, bomb effect, bomb effect, bomb effect. Yeah! How you think? What you think about that?
So let me get this straight.
You heard me.
You think Colorado Buffalo, no, not even the Colorado Buffaloes, because they love Deion Sanders. Deion is going to quit. You're probably going to get what? Bought out?
Yeah, that's the only way it can happen. You got to get bought out.
Bought out, hired by his alma mater, Florida State.
Yep.
Florida State fires their coach.
Yep. If Billy Napier is not over 500, Billy Napier is out. Mike Norvell in. That next year, Mike Norvell will be coaching the Florida Gators against his former team, the Florida State Seminoles, with Deion coach as the coach.
That's a grenade.
Let's go! Let's go!
I don't know if it's a grenade or a pipe dream. This sounds like a pipe bomb. That's what it sounds like.
Man, you talk about you want to get some controversy going. You want to get some hype going about college football next year. Let this happen. Let these dominoes fall into place and see if this not crunk up. You think Mike Norvell would be motivated to try to coach the Florida Gators to beat his Florida State Seminoles that they just fired him from? You think Deion ain't gonna try to get his school back to prominence? The school he attended?
Why not?
Bro, this will be the making of the ultimate cocktail. You talk about a bomb being set off in Florida in college sports? Deion to Florida State, Mike Norvell to Florida.
Intriguing.
Woo! What? Love it.
Pipe bombish. Well, thank you for the grenade. And let us see what y'all got to say about that. I mean, is this a possibility? Can y'all comment on
that? Listen, honestly, I know I'm kind of just being out there. We just throwing grenades, but honestly, what I am saying though, it's feasible, bro. Like there is a path to what I just said. It's not like I'm saying something that like it can't happen. It's like it's outlandish. There's a road. There's a path to what I just said. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Going to be interesting. I guess depends on how Colorado does in the end this year.
Yeah, we're gonna see.
They go
honestly.
They go 5-6 so far, and they got
no. Listen, bro. Honestly, I don't know.
6-loss schedule.
Let me just say this, bro. Let me say this. Let me go on the record of saying this too before we go. I don't know what Florida State is doing, bro. I don't care what Deion did from this point on. I don't care. Like I would at this point, I would acknowledge that I made a mistake, and I would be doing everything I can in my power to correct the mistake now. I don't care what that means. I don't care if that means we got to fire the coach that's taking us to the playoffs. I don't care. I don't care, bro. Like, what are we doing? We're wasting time. The longer he's not here, the less amount of money we get. What are we doing?
That's real. Hey,
man,
and when it comes to
I couldn't be no Florida State.
Money.
I couldn't be no Florida State alumni right now. I'll tell you that right now. I couldn't be.
Yeah,
listen, I don't care what Mike Norvell doing. I don't care. Well,
hey, you know, if I'm Florida State alumni, you know what Florida State alumni is saying right now? You know what Florida State alumni is saying right now? I hate to say it, but you know what they're saying? But I'm going to go ahead and throw it out there. I told you so.
What you mean? What you mean?
They're probably saying I
so?
told you so because
As far as
they probably wanted Dion as their coach when they had an opportunity to, and now they potentially don't have the potential to do that. And they lost how much money and how much prestige and a really good coach at the same time.
Yeah. I
explain that to the boosters.
Yeah, you're right. Listen, when it happened before he went to Jackson State, I didn't understand it then because they were looking for a coach at that time, and they were like, "Oh, we're not going to bring him in on this level." You know what I mean? So, hey, man, they're kicking themselves now. I'm sure they are.
I'm sure they are.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Episode 3, South Florida Ave. We appreciate you tuning in again.
Thank you.
Drop your comments.
Yes,
we want to hear from you. We're curious to see what you have to say. What you're probably looking to getting somebody on here next week. We got plenty of content that we need some feedback on at this point in time. So maybe we need to pull somebody on here and get their opinions on it so we can chew them up too. They better have something good to say. Not really sure where we're going to approach this from, whether it's a 49er, whether it's a Steeler, whether it's a Brown fan, Florida State. We got plenty of options. Colorado bandwagoner. We don't know, bro. But we got some Gators out there, and depending on how that we go. Yeah, we got plenty of options. So
some options, bro.
Leave some comments so we can get you guys on here too. We appreciate you guys tuning in. South Florida Ave. Until next time, episode 3. We out.
Peace.
Peace.